Hello everyone! Our topic for today is all about getting to know popular target games. But before we start our new lesson, do you want to listen a story? Okay, the title of the story is Football for Peace. Football for Peace. Football star Anton Del Rosario stepped down to tie the knot of his football shoes. As he was tightening the lace, he saw a small pair of feet in ragged pair of slippers standing next to him. He looked up and saw a smiling little boy. He smiled back and motioned him to proceed to the open field. The boy Dan was just one of the 200 young children in Mindanao whom Anton taught how to play football at the Football for Peace Festival. These children had been affected by recent battles between the military and the rebel groups. With the help of Anton and Philippine Marines, these children learned to play football and took their focus away from the war. As Dan and the rest of the boys happily took turns in kicking the ball, Anton couldn't help but admire their eagerness. Most of them had no shoes, just slippers. Others even played barefoot, but when it was their turn to kick the ball, they did so with all enthusiasm at their young age. They played the game with smiling faces even though they were already tired. These children showed up to the open field every day for the entire week without fail. They returned to the game unmindful of neither the heat of the sun nor the showering rain. As a prize for the children, they all received a pair of sport shoes at the end of the week-long Football for Peace Festival. Truly, what a memorable experience it had been for them and for Anton. That's the end of the story. So do you understand the story, kids? If that's so, who are the main characters in the story? Very good, Anton and Dan. And what prize did Anton give to the children? Yes, Michelle? Very good, a pair of sport shoes. I think you understand the story well. Remember, part of Filipino culture is to search for entertainment and enjoyment. One source is through games. The games that Filipinos play are as old as our ancestors. Based on these games, we can trace that we are really fun competition because of the pressure games provide. There are different contests that are bound by rules which capture Filipinos' hearts. In his psychology book, Virgilio Enriquez, 1977, said that one of the Filipinos' modes of interaction is through joining games, which they enjoy very much. Games are grouped into 5. Number 1, invasion games. Number 2, striking games. Number 3, target games. Number 4, ball games. And number 5, e-games. The first 4 are physical games. Each type uses strategies in winning that calls for players' fundamental skills. The last type of games are simulated games that make the players feel the naturalness of the game being played. Target games display the richness of culture and traditions of people. Their ways of living and daily activities are manifested in games they play. Playing target games is indeed fun, especially when safety is observed. When someone plays any of these games, he or she needs to observe some safety rules. So what are some safety precautions in playing target games? Let's find out. Some safety precautions in playing target games. Number 1. Stretching. After warm-up and before starting other activities, the players need to stretch their muscle to avoid injuries. It means that stretching helps your muscles and joints get ready for the tremendous activities ahead, and it will help you become more flexible. And it reduces the risk of cramping or straining your muscles during the activity. Number 2. Attire. Wearing proper and comfortable attire allows players to move freely and easily. Because it is important to gives you full movement, protects you from the elements, and reduces your risk of injury. Number 3. Equipment. This must be checked beforehand for wear and tear and if these are still safe to use in the game. It also helps for reducing the risk of serious injury by wearing all the necessary equipment that is both formed and properly equipped by each individual, giving you the player the best chance to avoid injury associated with the sports. Number 4. Weather. Check for ideal weather conditions. Because too much heat or rain can affect the game and one's health as well. Number 5. Health condition. The player must make sure that he or she is feeling well and free from sickness before engaging in any strenuous activity. Health condition is necessary in playing target games to avoid tragedy that can harm a player. That is some safety precautions in playing target games. Now, what are the skills needed to succeed in target games? By playing target games, the players can learn the following skills that can be used in the real world. Number 1. Strategy and tactics. Through regular participation, players adapt to game routines and easily adjust to them. By having a good in mind, a player finds ways to win and outwit the opponent. Number 2. Decision making and problem solving. These are important skills that involve critical thinking from the players to decide on the moves to make in order to move effectively and win. In this statement, you need to get along with your teammates because it will help your team to understand what they need to do and how they need to interact with each other. Because if you don't have a plan to play, the game will be chaotic. Number 3. Balance and footwork. Every move in the game counts and so this must be done accurately. Having a good balance and quick footwork help in efficient movement. Number 4. Focus and concentration. To hit the target, a player needs to focus and concentrate to prepare for every shot or movement. Because it is important that it keeps you in the present moment and not worrying about a past mistake or leading yourself. This gives you the ability to ignore distractions. Number 5. Spatial awareness and proximity. Playing target games develops the player's skill in estimating the nearness and closeness of the target or opponent's position. Enhancing the spatial awareness and proximity of players can improve the position of the defense while trying to avoid scoring opponents. Number 6. Transferring and sending. In order to hit the target, Players need to hit, aim, roll, and shoot for the goal. Number 7. Eyes and hands accuracy. The eyes and hands coordinate when releasing the object to the target. For example, athletes who are good at archery, they use the sharpness of their eyes and their controlled hand to target the object they need to shoot. Number 8. Synchronization of the body parts. Many parts of the body need to work together to efficiently transfer the object to the target. An example of this is playing bowling, billiards, archery, and other games that use the synchronization of body parts. When we play bowling, we use our feet to move, our hands to hit the objects, and our eyes to see if the ball is centered in the object. That is what we call synchronization of body part. Number 9. Motor skills. These skills are developed over time which help in moving accurately. When we say motor skills, it is actions that require the use of muscles in specific ways to achieve a desired outcome. Number 10. Power and speed. Target games develop players' ability to move swiftly while applying muscle force. Power refers to a person's ability to transfer energy into force at a rapid pace, also known as explosive body movement. Power is considered to be a combination of strength and speed. If we say speed, it is the ability to move all or part of the body as quickly as possible. That's the skills needed to succeed in playing target games. By playing this game, what are the values that could be developed in playing target games? Anyone? Yes, Einstein. Very good. Aside from becoming fit, playing target games may develop teamwork, confidence, discipline, respect, camaraderie, sportsmanship, and honesty, among others. So that's all for today, class. Thank you for listening and watching. Goodbye.